Hi everybody, it's Miss Wheat, and today we're looking at your ELA packet for week 9, day 3. This is our second to last video that we're going to do to work on these packets together, so crazy. So we're almost done. So this will be quick, but let's look at your final project for 2nd grade. So today is all about decision making and organizing. So first we're going to look at 2 ideas for what you can do for your final project. We're going to look at a brochure and at a blog. You're going to pick which one of those you like. Then we are going to go back to those questions that you came up with a couple days ago that people might want to know about you. And then you're going to kind of decide which questions you want to answer and what you want to tell people about yourself. And then you're going to decide the order you want to tell them those ideas in. So remember, your project is you are going to tell people all about yourself and what your life is like as a 2nd grader in DC. We've learned so much about what it's like to be a kid in Canada and so much of what it's like to be a kid in Mexico, and now you're going to share what it's like to be a kid in DC. So I'm going to show you 2 choices of what you could make, and I want you to think, which one do I want to make about myself? So one option is to make a brochure. Now, a brochure is usually made out of one piece of paper, but it gets folded up so that it's little. But it's full of information, and it tells all the different things you want it to, but you put so much info on one piece of paper, and often with pictures and cool writing. You can make it look however you want. So this is an example of a brochure. See how there's 3 different parts? A brochure gets folded up so that it's smaller. Let me show you. So here's that piece of paper that I have. Hello? So I would take it and I would fold it into 3. Watch how I do this. I'd fold one half over, so that there's about this much left, and then I'd fold the other half over that. So now I made that big piece of paper into 3 smaller parts, and now I can put info here, here, I can put it here, and here, and here. I can put it all over, but it becomes a little bit more organized because the paper is folded in that way. Okay? Let me show you what a professional one looks like, because that was kind of a, like Miss Wheat. Ooh, yeah, look at that. So there you can see it opened up, and you can see it closed up. So one thing you could make is a brochure. Option B is to make a blog post. Now, a blog is when you write online, when you put your writing on the internet. And so a blog would look like something that you have on your computer. So here is an example of one. This is a book review of a book called Island of the Blue Dolphins. It really just looks the same as if you type it regularly, but that is the other option that you could have. So if you really want to focus on writing, I would say choose a blog. If you really want to focus on writing but also adding pictures and colors and maybe text features like captions, labels, I would say do brochure. But here's an example of a blog. So you're choosing which format you want, and then let's plan it a little bit. So let's look back to those questions that you came up with the other day, that questions that people might want to ask you. So find that page in your packet where you brainstormed questions that people would want to ask you. So now I want you to pick 6 of the questions that you came up with, and I want you to answer them. So maybe the question you came up with is, what is your favorite food? Maybe somebody would ask you that. And I could say, my favorite food is pupusas, and we can get pupusas all over DC. Okay, and maybe I could tell why I like pupusas or my favorite kind of pupusa. Whatever you want to say, but you're going to answer the question that you came up with. This is the page where you're going to write the question and the answer. And you're going to try to put them in the order you want to write about them in your brochure or in your blog. It doesn't matter too much what order they go in, but if you want to list them that way, you can. Mostly, I want you to make sure you have 6 questions and 6 answers, because tomorrow this is what we're going to use to make our final product. this is what we're using instead of a quick outline. Once you've done that, you're all set, and we will work on this tomorrow to make our final draft. So this should take you 20 or 30 minutes tops. And then also make sure you're practicing your phrase cards for your fluency. I bet you're getting so good at them by now. But that's it. Okay. See you tomorrow, almost third graders. Bye. Love you.